what some of us do. Not that we're not marketing the products, because one of the things you would like to check is that why would Coca-Cola still be advertising every day with all the years? It means that there is a need for us to share and share and share. We need somebody out there that will collaborate, that will come together with you to take your business, your product, your resources to another level. Every time we work together, we increase in level, we increase in information, we increase in exposure. The strength of one person can be compared with the strength of many people. So I want to say to you today, let's work together. Go out there and find resources. Look for the networks that do similar. Doesn't even have to be what you do. It could be what they do and you can complement. And that's what makes it efficient, and not only efficient, successful. The success of a collaborating network cannot be undermined. So I look forward to collaborating with you and hear what you think. See you next week.
Welcome everyone to the latest in a series of development support webinars delivered by the NHR Academy.
Wow.
My name is Alice. As Assistant Director for the Development Support Team. This webinar, Constructive Collaboration.
Thank you so much, Lady Fola. Thank you so much for that. I'm just trying to make sure that my... Right. Thank you. I want to first sincerely apologize for the interruptions that we're getting here. Yeah, it's to do with the network because I'm in Africa right now and it's nice and hot here. But I can still hear echo, but I'm hoping we'll be able to deal with that. Okay. Yeah, I think that's better. Hi, Philippa. Good to see you. Hi, Ade. Ayuba. Hi. I remember when I was on earlier before the network threw me out, I did not see you then, so I didn't get to say hello. So I'd like to say hello to Ade as well. Bloomer's World, you're welcome. Thank you, everyone that has just joined. Oh, Kenny, you're welcome. Hola. You are welcome. Wilufumi, you're welcome. Mama, Grandma Yukas, Yemisi, Maria, Miracle, you are welcome. So yes, I want us, before we begin to share a little bit of one or two things I also want to mention, before Fola takes us through some specifics that we need to know about collaboration. One is the fact that a lot of us, like I said, work so hard, whereas you don't need to work as hard. If you collaborate and join hand with somebody, you notice that you gain more, you do more, you achieve more. Can you hear me at all? I hope you've not lost me yet.
No, we can hear you clearly.
I'm still here.
We can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Thank God. So yeah, I'm not used to this at all. Where the network goes up and down, hopefully we'll be able to resolve that tonight. So yeah, can anybody tell us what they picked up, especially from the clip that we just saw? What was it that stood out for you from that clip before we break down one or two things again? Anybody, please, you can put up your hand, you can unmute and just, it's the time. This is a new year, and Segi took so much time in November and December to show us and get us ready and prepared for 2025. Now we're here, we've arrived. Now, how are we going to, there's going to be goal setting, vision board, project that we're putting together. I'm going to encourage everyone to please make sure you register, be part of this, okay? Be part of what is going to be happening, because it will sustain and help. And this is still a showcase of collaboration that we're talking about. So yes, does anybody want to say anything about what they picked up from that clip? Anybody?
You can raise your hands and I'll call you, or you can just unmute. There's nobody at the moment. Anything that you've picked from the video.
It could also be something
Sorry,
to be open. Thank you. To be open.
Yes, thank you very much, Reverend Folam, Pastor OBA. One of the key words or the thing that came across to me is collaboration. And when you say collaboration, you are saying that there are many opportunities in collaboration. If I have this and the other person has that, we can bring everything together and that will move us forward to get to the next level. So I think that's what we're looking for. That's 2025. That's whatever that you have, I can connect with you, and then both of us can make progress to hit the targets. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Definitely. Yes. Thank you for that. Anybody else, please?
My mum is driving and her daughter, and she said to say that what she took from the video is collaboration saves time.
Yeah.
Sorry, Paul, I didn't hear that. What did she say she took?
Collaboration saves time, she said.
Good stuff. Thank you.
Thank you.
You so much. Anybody else quickly?
Hello, good afternoon, Pastor
Very good
Obie
afternoon.
and Pastor Fola. My name is Eposi. I just
Hello.
want to say that what I picked out from the video was that nobody has it all. So what you can benefit from each other. One person might have the resources and you might have the talent, and then you work together and achieve it. And once you do that, you can do that quicker and better. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And lastly, we take one more, then we begin to add on to some of the things that we've seen and heard. Yes, Lady Gertrude, go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, from what we've discussed so far, collaboration improves and increases resources, and it reduces stress. Yeah, if you're carrying a project or you're doing it yourself, there are so many things, only you will be in charge. But when you collaborate, division of labor will come and you will share it. It will make the work and the business very easy. And when it is very easy, there will be, the resources will improve. And if it is improved, if it's in the business platform or in the business angle, there will be a lot of sales. And from there, profits will come, which all of you will benefit. Praise the Lord.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Oh, I can see Grandma. Okay, Mama, you can please go ahead, ma.
Thank you for the opportunity, ma. Thank you, ma.
You're welcome, ma.
What I have for the video is that don't do it alone. Let people join people so that they can improve.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you, Grandma, for that. So, and that's it, dead on. Do not do it alone. And that's what collaboration is about, resolve. Even at workplace, there's so many ways you can collaborate with people. There are many ways you can support somebody and they support you, because it's about the fact that when we all somebody just sent me this directly. He said he enhanced creativity, innovation, collaboration brings diverse perspectives, ideas leading to more creative solutions and innovation. It says improve problem solving, working together allows for pooling of expertise and skills, leading to better decision making and problem solving, increase efficiency, sharing tasks, responsibility.
Yeah, I think the network is gone again. Yeah. So yes, she was just sharing what someone sent to her directly. So I think it's all about the benefits, what we've been talking about, really, collaboration. So what I would like us to go ahead to look at is, if you have anyone on the platform that's had any collaboration recently, because that's what this is about. We're talking about collaboration. We need to approach our session today by talking to each other and sharing examples. And, if you've had any experience of collaboration, it doesn't matter whether it was successful or not. If you would like to share that, but you need to share it in a very succinct way. We don't want to go too, spend too much time. So in just 2 minutes, you can tell us about any collaboration that you've been involved with. It doesn't matter what the context of that project is, but you actually have to bring people in from different places to get it done. Can you share it with us quickly and tell us what the experience was like for you? Anybody on the platform that would like to share that? So your experience. Right? You might have had the experience at work when you were actually employed as well. You can just raise your hand. Yeah, go ahead, TJ. Thank you.
Happy New Year, Pastor Fola. This
Happy
is the
New
first
Year.
time
Happy
seeing
New
you
Year
this
to
year.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just wanted to share, should I say like a quick testimony? So I've just been walking down the station. Yeah. So in terms of collaboration, I just want to apply it to a workplace scenario, because sometimes collaboration could actually transpire where you're collaborating, but there's maybe nothing in it for you, but you're doing it because you're adding value and you're actually putting it in your future bank. And that's where I want to come in. So when you're a team player, when you have a can-do attitude, people come to you, they bounce ideas off you. And so I'm just going to make an example in my end. So as a senior finance person, I was working with my CEO some time ago last year, and she'll collaborate with me because she knows that Tanya would, I can bounce ideas off her. We create different scenarios, and get work done, and we really like that. And so when I finished that assignment, she texted me. She sent me an email some time ago, end of last year, and she recommended me for another role that she was in a network of CEOs.
Okay.
And then they're like, sorry, we just need someone who can just come in as an FD to just help us, blah, blah, blah. And she just sent me an email and just said, and copied me and introduced me to this person. She was like, Tanya, I've never worked with this person, but I was just like, who else will I think about? It's you. And guess what? I got the job. So
yeah,
and I was able to name my
places.
It takes you places because people would always remember that with you there was positive change. You collaborated. You're there. So even though you may not, they may not have paid you. So I'm saying it's in the future. You just never know where it would actually take you in the future. People would always remember.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for that. For that example. And it also sort of says a lot about collaboration at work. And it's all working together. And sometimes you might be called into a team that you had nothing to do with them. They just wanted to, tap into your skills. And you basically were flexible. You were very flexible to accommodate that. And then before you know it, it takes you to something else. So thank you for sharing that example. Is there anybody else here that wants to share something quickly? Lady Gertrude, I see your hand is still up. Is that legacy hand? Should I bring that down? Okay, right. So of collaboration, and this is something to do with example of sort of like a project that was laid upon my heart. This happened. We did this in 2021. So I had a lot of burden for teenage pregnancy, young girls that we just, unfortunately, they got pregnant at the age of 15, 16, and from a very poor background, basically the future very bleak, nothing there to take them out of the poverty. And so I had an organization that I work with in Abuja, and I just called the founder of the organization and said, can we have a chat? This is something on my heart. What can we do? I really think we can start, just test a model that would help, teenage moms to get into apprenticeship. Okay. And within the space of 2 weeks, we'd already put everything together. She linked me up with a lady that she knew that had a bakery. One of my cousins had a hairdressing salon that made it 2 employers. And she just went into the villages, real at their poverty. It was very simple. It didn't take any length of time to find out, young girls that were in that age bracket, 15, 16. And we recruited 4 of them with their families because their family had to be part of that. I'm just making it very short, but I'm telling you, I'm sitting here in UK and I'm collaborating with someone that had the same passion like me in Abuja. And from there, we were able to put 4 girls through an enterprise. They were there for 1 year. And in addition to that, I just made contact with my friends. We were 9 of us. And I said, we all are like-minded people. We need to empower young girls. This is my vision. And they signed up to it. They all committed to pay £60, in that year. And we collected money and we sent them to learn for a year. And from there, 2 of them, got into work, right? So they were all in that apprenticeship program for 1 year. So that cannot happen by me. It's not possible. That is what collaboration is about. You need to find people that are like-minded like you, that have similar vision, similar passion, and you will find how quickly things will fly. I think if you are trying to collaborate and you are struggling, you need to assess the people you have on that table, because if they don't share the same vision like you, they don't have the passion like you have, it's just go on and you waste all the energy. What I'm saying to you here, we did it for 1 year and it was successful. All right, out of 4 of them, at least 2 had a permanent job. 2 others went away equipped to do hairdressing, bake a cake, and make some money. So I'm just saying that quickly, just to let people know that is the core of collaboration and the things we can do quite quickly. Anybody else wants to share about that? Giving that example, anyone? Anyone, because we need to be real with what we're talking about today so that we can all learn together. So I've just given an example. If you want to give another example that you think it's useful, please go ahead. Philippa, do you want to say something?
Okay.
Sorry? Okay, I think she just come off. Anybody else?
Can I say something?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. This collaboration we are talking about, it doesn't only occur in maybe in the business angle alone or in learning. Collaboration can also occur in families, between siblings, between siblings, between husband and wife. There should be collaboration. The collaboration can also occur with the children, parents and the children. So when there are issues in the house or when there is something they want to carry, there may be a major project.
Yeah.
The children can decide to join with the parents, or the siblings may decide, for example, let me take an example. Some families, so many people are not, there are not so many of our family members, so many of them are in loggerhead with some people. If it is because there are some preferential treatments, if in a family where there is a segregation, they love this more than this, there is no peace in that family. But when there is unity and for instance, the death of a parent, or it can be a mother, if all of them gather and decide and say, this is what we want, how it will be, with one mind,
Mm-hmm.
you will not see any outsider to come and interrupt or to come and tell them what to do. So you see unity there. They'll carry out everything. I remember when I lost my mom, for example, yes, within the period, so many of them are not contributing.
Yeah.
Because they are not always available. But within that period of death, no outsider came to tell us this is this. We agreed on ourselves. We planned.
Mm-hmm.
Even the ones that have not been agreeing, that can bring somebody down.
Yeah.
No matter how strong you are, the moment it occurs, you must mellow down. Even at that point, you see so many of them regretting, crying. Why for many years they have not come. So within that period, a lot of collaboration took place and everything went well.
Very well.
You reunite the family. Yeah, collaboration can occur not only in business, in families, between children and the parents, between husband and wife.
Yeah, you're right, ma. Thank you, Lady Gertrude. Thank you so much. Yeah, Philippa, go ahead.
To add what good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, Philippa.
Mom has said very quickly, we have collaboration when we give birth to our children in the whatever a home or wherever it happens, because when we leave the hospital, we need help, our sisters, our friends, because we cannot manage everything on ourselves. And another quick example of collaboration is that we have SN special need education, school for special needs kids in the UK. I didn't even know until I came to the UK in 2023 that schools are crying for people to collaborate in order to support the teachers, because they cannot manage with all those kids. And some of the kids have are non-verbal and others have motor deficiency. I don't know if I can call that, if I'm not being rude. Schools are crying, and I didn't know that there was an agencies that deal with recruiting people, especially to support teachers in classrooms. So collaboration is very, very, very important and needed in that sector.
Yeah, thank you so much, Philippa. Yeah, thank you, Philippa.
And that's my collaboration.
Yeah, thanks for the contribution. I love that. I love the labor ward experience and all the way through home and all that. It's all important because there's some things you can never do on your own, So I know when we talk about it, sometimes in the business world, it seems like a big word, but we can always drill it down like we've just done now, break it down to what we know is essential, the key elements of it. Now, is Lady Oba back so I can put your slides on? Are you back on the platform?
I am back, but my network is not strong. You go ahead with it, and then don't forget the part 3 as well.
Yeah, I'm going to share if your sound, what you can do actually, what I recommend is you can call in using the telephone number for the Zoom, and then just use sound. Yeah, that would keep you away from the palaver of Nigerian platform Wi-Fi. Yeah, so you can do that. But I'm going to share your. Do you want to go through your slides? We will hear your voice. You don't need to put your video on.
No, Fola, you go ahead. I don't want to want it breaking again.
All right. Okay, that's fine. Right, I'm just going to go through raising the bar through collaborations in career and marketplace. And this is our part 2. And, whilst we're going through this and we're having conversations like this, start thinking about where you need to collaborate. We're not doing this because we just want to talk about collaboration. We're doing this because we want to stir up some thoughts within ourselves of where can I collaborate so I gather speed in 2025. We need speed to conclude things in 2025. So that project that's been sitting down in your tray, or the book that you've written and it's just there in a drive on your laptop, it's time for you to begin to take it out to the next level. You need to step to the next level. And so that's why we're having this conversation. Yeah, it is not a feel-good thing that we're trying to do. And nobody's here to try to say, oh, I collaborate well. No, we're saying there is more that we can do, all right? And we need to think about how we take those ideas, and those ideas need to gather flesh, just like what the Bible says about, the dry bones, gathering flesh and being able to start walking and bringing money into your family. All right. So ideas are there to be chat. You write them down and then you begin to think, how do I get this idea to begin to meet a need, solve a problem? Okay, that is where innovation comes from. That is where creativity comes from. Yeah, people, we love those words, but actually they're very simple. It's an idea that you think about it, you bring people around the table to discuss what is next for you to do with that idea. And before you know it, bang, you are beginning to gather momentum and speed. So the first principles, the principles of collaboration, the first is trust. You have to build reliability and integrity. The second is mutual respect. Whoever you decide to collaborate with, there is a value, that comes from respecting one another's strengths. Okay, so it's not about me driving it. It's not about, in so many cases of collaboration, the people you see their faces in front, they are not the ones that are calling the shot. Yeah. So for example, if you look at especially within the music industry, there's always a vocalist. The vocalist is the one that is seen most of the time. Everybody knows their name. Young girls, and they're falling over, their heels to touch them and all these things you see on TV. But hello, they are the ones that are the front of the band. But without the band, without those that are writing, the songwriters, right? Basically, it's not going to happen. So the mutual respect within a team means that everybody understands how they are adding value to the entire objective and the vision. All right. Then number 3 is clear communication. All right. We need to foster transparency and alignment. We've covered that a lot here. Communication is important. The other thing is shared goals. All right. We need to work towards common objectives, and those objectives have to be clear. All right. And nobody should shy away from saying, this is what I'm here. I'm in here for the money. Oh, I'm in here for power. Oh, I'm in here for people to see my face. It's okay. That is your objective. All right. So flexibility is also another one. So adapt to change and challenges. Very important. And I think we saw, when TJ was sharing, she spoke, give us an example in work, how an idea, somebody calls you to say, can you come and help us here? Even it's not even within your job description, but you've launched into it, supported the team, been flexible, and then it yields a result later on. All right. So these are the principles of collaboration that I need us to, to embrace. Now, what are the disadvantages now of collaboration? We were talking about this a bit last week, that there are disadvantages of collaboration. All right. So the first one here is time consuming, because you have to go to meetings, the decision-making process will be slow, because the time I am free might not be the time Lady Oba is free, and we have to still meet at some point. And it means we have to be flexible, but you have to think about the time it takes. And I think Lady Gertrude has also said something here about her own experience, about some people she's been chasing, calling them, sending them messages and calling. And obviously, if you don't get a way out in that, engagement, you can always find another, strategize again and start all over again. But it is time consuming. All right. It's not that easy. It's easier said than it's done. But it takes a lot of time to put that time in order to get your result. The other one is the conflicts. All right. There are differences in opinions that can lead to disagreements. Okay. And do you know something? That is the nature of the world that we live in. We're human beings. Okay. And we have different points of views. views, but we have to be professional in how we deal with those point of views. All right. People should not take things personal. Right. So if I've not, you've invited me to an event or something, I've not been able to come. You've not asked me why I didn't come. Right. Don't make judgment about it. Don't get nasty about it. Don't, start spreading news about it. So there are some things that cause conflict. Maybe we agreed we're not going to share the information for now, and suddenly you see one of your partners talking about it already out there and singing about what we said we're not going to talk about. So those sort of things is also it is really about the respect side of this, respecting one another and being able to say, yeah, am I not, maybe I've put 70% into this. Yeah, and you are bringing in 30%. Still, we have agreed to collaborate, so we must respect one another. So whatever you say to me, I should comply with it. All right. I should also ask you questions before I go ahead and do stuff. All right. So these are things that we need to think about to avoid conflicts. But look at it this way: is relationship. At the end of the day, it's a relationship. Collaboration is all about relationship. So we have to think about how we can develop that relationship to get the best out of the collaboration. Now, unequal contribution, some may not contribute fairly, which is true. Some may not contribute fairly. That's the reality of collaboration, right? Okay. So, but at the end of the day, that is why you need to have, agreement in place. All right. Because if you might not contribute as much as I contribute, but hey, I don't want to joke with my returns. All right. There's a reward. There's something I'm expecting from that collaboration. And if it doesn't tick that box, that probably will be the thing that will be, what breaks the camel's back at the end of the day. Right. So, but the unequal contribution is part of the package. Right. So you have to be able to adjust. You have to be able to be flexible. You have to think about the vision, where you are going, what really matters the most. Can we get there? Can we get to where we want to get to? Okay, that is what should be the driving force. And when there's respect in the team, you can call each other out. All right. You can call it, yeah, you're right, Lady Gertrude. Yeah, there must be a memorandum of understanding of how to, to work together. All right. But there are some people that, whether you write memorandum of understanding or not, they just will not do it. Okay. That's the reality of it. Right? There's some people that within their behavior, they have challenges with conformity, conforming with things, but they might be good. They might be the creators. They might be the ones that are crucial to your vision. All right. So you have to tolerate those things. You have to have a bit of tolerance, and give a leeway, as long as it's not anything that is, really going to, in a situation where you're thinking I can't go any further because this is not going to meet my my aspiration or my objective. Take some time to have patience and work with that person. All right. The other one is decision delays. Yes, we've spoken about that when we were talking about conflict. Reaching consensus can take time. All right. And sometimes, in some cases, you have to bring in, some people objectively to come and listen to issues in order to resolve, sort of the issues that are on there. But I'll tell you, and I'll get Lady Oba to say something now. I'll tell you that from my own experience, it's always because we don't lay all our cards on the table from the outset, right? From the outset, a lot of times within our own community, when there's issues with collaboration, is because we never lay all our cards on the table, right? If I lay my cards on the table, this is what I want, right? From outset, you tell me whether you want to come with me or I want to come with you or not. Then there won't be any fighting. But we don't say what we want. And then when it gets to the point where we are now looking at benefits or we're looking at monetizing what we've got, it now becomes a big problem. But you got 50. Why didn't you tell me you're going to take 60? All those things. I'm going to stop here. Anybody wants to add to that? Lady Yoba as well, please go ahead. Anybody wants to add to that? That's this slide about conflict, about what normally happens if you've had the experience. Yeah, TJ, go ahead, please.
Yeah, I think I find it in our community, and maybe with platforms like this, we begin to change the narrative. But I think with our communities, because when you look at like the Jewish communities, when you look at they are ace in collaboration. They it's one of their core values that they must collaborate with their own people. You look at the like the Asians, in the BME, they collaborate with each other, and they just know, like as you said, Ma, they put their cards on the table. But then when it comes to for us, I don't know. I mean, with the Black community, maybe it's a thing about an inherent issue and maybe trust, because you see this transpire even in churches. Then that's where, you know, it begins to breed you know, different politics here and there, and there's a power struggle with, you know, those different businesses, and you don't trust that kind of business partner. And honestly, some people would rather, you know, have like a Caucasian or somebody else be like a business, but then, you know, and then so hopefully I'm not sure if you'll be able to crack that today or maybe at another session. But then, you know, there is a beauty in numbers. And, you know, when we collaborate, because there's so much, like there's a business in my mind that I've been doing for a while, but then I've been doing on a very small scale. But it's like, if I raise this now with people, I know it's just that, okay, how much are you going to be getting out of it? I'm like, forget about what am I going to get out of that. That's not your concern. It's about we're reaching, you know, a wider community. So stop looking. Why it must not, you know, it is. I don't know. It's inward self-serve. I don't know what it is, but hopefully we can break that mold and really tap into the riches and the wealth locked in, because we don't want to collaborate.
Thank you so much for that. Yeah, you can go ahead, Lady Oba.
Thank you so much. You dealt with that slide perfectly. Thank you. Thank you so much. I just want to say, in addition to what Fola said and TJ has said, we need to begin to understand that there are some tools that gives you an edge. You know, remember that the title of this slide is raising the bar. It's not just doing something because we're excited. This is not an emotional thing. And if you're going to collaborate with people, you must understand that it's not about emotions. It's not just, oh, I like you, I just love it. No, it's about facts. You have what I need, I have what you need. Let's come together, let's sign an agreement. We are working behind the scene to raise the bar of Career Clinic. We're doing a lot of work that nobody knows or sees. Do you understand? But these are what makes, that's why when you hear that Coca-Cola collaborated with this and all that, there are things that they've put in place, their agreement, and that stays. Most of the issues I've found out, just like TJ said, is that we have not been proven to have integrity. A lot of times we are the ones that have outsmarted ourselves. And if you're going to go into collaboration, which works, which gives you an edge, we will take you like 10 steps higher. You've got to first sort yourself out. Sort yourself out. Am I ready to embrace this in totality? Or do I still want to be working hard until I get there? That's number one. Number two, you need to clearly identify, what do I need? You don't just collaborate with people because you like them, because they spoke well, or because they're making it. It's not about that. Do you have what they need? Do you need what they have? And that's so essential. And I think one of the failures of a lot of people that have been in that situation, that have found themselves in terrible situation, is that they have worked with people based on emotions, even when they had the urge to say, stop, don't sign that document. They say, oh, it's my uncle, it's my auntie. I know this, I've known this person for 30 years. It has nothing to do with that. It's about paper and pen. And with a lawyer in place, clarity of distribution, clarity of profit sharing, these are real. And we need to understand that. Then the third thing is that you must make sure that you yourself are clear. Everything is on the table. Nobody discovers things later. Because the moment somebody knows that you have gone behind them or you're doing things behind them, they will not trust you again. So that's all I want to share at this moment. I know there's so much more.
Yeah, we're going to continue next week because of the time now. We need to finish up too. So thank you so much for taking your time out to join today. And we apologize for the technical challenges. Well, that's just part of it. That's part of commitment, because Lady Oba is committed to this, and that's why she's dialing in from Nigeria as well to give this presentation. We'll find a solution to that next week. But I want us to stop here because of time. Now, again, I'm charging us. What do you have in your hands? You've been holding on to it for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and you keep saying, this is what I want to do. Don't you think it's time to collaborate with someone to help you take the step that you need to take? Is a question, right? So I want everyone to leave the platform today thinking, what do I have in my hands that can fly, but I need somebody. I need to collaborate. I need to exchange and look for somebody that could add value to it. I can add value to them, and we can both begin to move forward. There's so many things locked up that we've got in our hands. And this year, we believe that God will help us to unlock it, that we're able to fly. We need millionaires here, please. We need millionaires, and I'm definitely going to be one of them. You say your own. Okay, say your own. All right. So thank you so much. I have to dash up as well. I've got a 2 o'clock meeting at work. So I'm going to hand over to our lady Nike, our pastor Nike, that needs to take over. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Reverend Fola. We appreciate you so much, and the team. And thank you very much, Pastor Obi and Lady TJ, for all the contribution this afternoon. If there's anything that we need to go away with this afternoon, it's that we must have it at the back of our mind that collaboration works. Collaboration moves you forward quickly, and collaboration will get you to the level that you want to get to. So what is in your hands that is going to add value to somebody else's life? So think about it and make sure that this year, 2025, you are going to pull somebody along with you as you are climbing that ladder of success, and that you are sure that you will get there by His grace. And God will back us up and bless all our efforts this year. And make sure that when you are collaborating with somebody, you are not the other partner that's going to disappoint the effort or the vision of collaboration. So bear that in mind as well. Thank you very much, man. God bless you. We're going to round up now, and I'm going to be asking Mama Maria to please help us pray for Reverend Fola.